You do it all the time, right? You click a link. But have you ever stopped to think what's actually happening in that split second? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify that incredible journey your click takes to bring a website right to your screen. I mean, it feels instant, doesn't it? But really, that one little click is kicking off this massive global chain reaction. So we're going to follow that signal right from your mouse through what's basically the internet's phone book, out to a server, and all the way back again. We'll see exactly how a website is built right before your very eyes. All right, first up, what happens the second you click? Well, you're basically sending a request out into the world. Okay, so it all kicks off with the URL, the Uniform Resource Locator. You got to think of it like a unique street address for every single thing on the internet. I mean, everything. Every web page, every file, every video. It's the exact destination your browser needs to find what you're looking for. But hang on, there's a small problem. We humans, we like easy to remember names like example.com, right? Computers, though, they talk in numbers, these long strings called IP addresses. So how do we bridge that gap? Well, that's where the domain name system, or DNS, comes into play. It's literally the internet's phone book. It takes the name you typed and, in a flash, translates it into the numerical address the computer actually needs. Okay, next section, the client-server conversation. So once your browser has the right address, it's time to place your order. And this whole interaction, it's the real heart of the web. The best way to get your head around it, just imagine you're in a restaurant. In this little analogy, your device, your phone, your laptop, whatever, that's the client. You're the diner, and you want a meal. The website's computer is the server. That's the kitchen, the place that prepares and delivers your order. See? The client makes a request, the server provides a response. It's such a simple but incredibly powerful idea. This whole back and forth is called the request-response cycle. So your browser sends out something called an HTTP request. That stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, but don't worry about that, to the server. The server then finds all the files it needs for the website and sends them back in a response. And finally, your browser acts like a master chef, taking all those separate files and assembling them into the complete visual web page that you see on your screen. Pretty cool, right? All right, section 3, the web's 3 languages. So what are these ingredients that the server is sending back? What's in the box? Well, turns out pretty much every single website is built using a combination of 3 core languages that your browser is an absolute expert at reading. First up, you've got HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the skeleton of the page. It provides the most basic structure and content. It's the thing that tells the browser, hey, this is a heading, or this part is a paragraph, and put an image right here. Honestly, without HTML, you've got no page at all. It's the foundation. Now, a skeleton on its own is, well, it's kind of plain, right? That's where CSS comes in, cascading style sheets. CSS is all about the look, the appearance. It takes that raw HTML skeleton and adds all the style, the colors, the fonts, the layout. So if HTML is the skeleton, you can think of CSS as the clothes, the hair, the personality that really brings it to life. And the final piece of this puzzle is JavaScript. See, while HTML and CSS create a beautiful but static page, JavaScript is what makes it interactive. It's the action, it's the clickable buttons, the cool animations, the forms that actually respond when you type in them. JavaScript is like the brain and the muscles that make the website do things. Okay, moving on to section 4, front end versus back end. So we know the ingredients now, but web development itself is kind of split into 2 big areas. And it's just like a theater, you know? You've got the stage, which the audience sees, and then you have everything that's happening backstage to make the show run. So the front end, that's the stage. It's everything you see and interact with directly in your browser. And it's built with those 3 languages we just talked about, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The back end, on the other hand, that's the backstage. It's all the hidden machinery. This is where you'll find the servers, the databases, the complex application logic that processes all your requests and really makes the front end work. So finally, why does any of this matter? I mean, who cares, right? Well, understanding this whole journey, from your simple click to a server halfway across the world and back again, it isn't just for tech geeks. It actually helps you understand the architecture of our modern world. It helps us appreciate this incredible system that we rely on every single day. You know, this simple request-response system is the invisible backbone of modern life. It's what powers global communication, it's what makes online business possible, it's how we connect with each other. Literally every time you shop or learn or connect with someone online, you are tapping into this unbelievably powerful framework that just keeps driving innovation forward. So, there you have it. The entire web, in all its mind-boggling complexity, is really built on these few simple ideas: a request, a response, and 3 core languages. It's an incredibly elegant system that has completely reshaped our world. And now that you get how it works, what will you explore next?